Hello, Fortress.
Hello, good evening.
Evening. How you doing?
I'm very fine, thank you.
All right, nice to have you around. Hope your day is going great.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Glad to know about that. Thank you too. Nice to have you around.
Okay.
Hello, Abdulaziz. Can you hear me? Abdul, are you there?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, amazing. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
You're actually looking great, yeah. Thanks for turning on your camera. Nice to finally meet you.
All right, thank you.
All right, so we'll just take some short time. Let's wait for people to join as well, and we'll kickstart. Hope
Okay,
that's
sir.
fine. All right,
Okay, yes, sir.
All right, appreciate it.
All right.
Hi, Barry. How you doing? Hey, Barry, can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening. I can hear you.
Evening, yeah. Don't worry, we're in Nigeria. It's still evening. How are you? So, Barry, how's your day going? Hi, Barry. Can you stay here? Okay, Barry is trying to sort himself.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, great. I thought I lost you. I was about to start shouting 911. So you're welcome. So admit.
No, that's not fun.
That. Okay. Wow, I have so many people joining at the same time. I was hoping I could welcome everybody, especially calling your names one after. Let me see if I can do this. All right, so I have Wally here. Wally, how are you doing? Samuel, Jonathan, Dave. Few names. My parents should have named me. Why did they give me Manuel? So if any one of you can hear me, just feel free to just chip in and say hi. So who is going first?
Yeah, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you all the way from Nigeria, Lagos. How are you doing?
I'm fine. My name is Davis Chijiki. I just registered now. Sorry for joining late. I hope I've not missed a lot.
No, not at all. You came at the right time. It's good to have you, Davis. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
okay. I just wanted to greet everybody. Good evening.
Everybody, Davis, they agreed to. All right, thank you, Davis. Yes, who else again wants to follow suit?
Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, my name is Olako Samuel, and I'm just joining now, so I don't know if I joined late.
Not at all, Sambo. You're welcome. This is 8 o'clock and you're right in time.
Okay, thank you very much. And I'm hoping to gain from this meeting.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. Thanks for coming.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yes.
Joining from Lagos, Nigeria.
Oh, I like that. You're following suit. You're learning. Thank you, Samuel. Yes, so who else again wants to join Samuel? Just give a shout out, say hello. I know I'm not a celebrity yet, but at least please feel free to join it.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Who do we have?
Good evening.
Evening.
Okay, my name is Great Namani.
Great. How are you doing today?
I'm very fine, thank you.
It's
And
nice to have
I'm joining from Lagos too.
you. Okay. So all of us are Lagos people. Interesting.
no, no, really. I'm a final year student of economics at the University of Nigeria.
Wow. Suka. Wow.
Yes,
That's beautiful. So let me guess, you're on break now?
yes, we are.
Oh.
But we'll soon resume.
All right. Nice to have you,
So
Great.
thank you so much, sir. And I'm hoping to learn, be enlightened, and informed. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So we're still having lots of people join at the same time. So like I earlier asked for permission so that nobody comes in and say I missed. So please just pardon me, at least for now, and let's just have people come in. Okay. So feel free to use the chat box as well, in case you're probably a little bit shy of not wanting to say hey, beautiful voices. You can just drop in the chat box, say hello, hi, and let's get to meet you all. Thank you very much.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, Cynthia. How are you?
I'm okay. My name is Cynthia Wajubi. I'm joining in from Enugu, Nigeria.
God of mercy. See, if I had money to sponsor your scholarship, definitely I would sponsor you all the way from Enugu. I thought it was Lagos people that are here. Don't mind me. Glad to have you around.
Thank you.
All right. Any other person else wants to join Cynthia? At least we still have some minutes left. You know, you
Hello,
our special guest of honor. Exactly. Yes, who is there?
Khadija Sulaiman from Port Harcourt.
Khadija, how is Port Harcourt today?
Port Harcourt is fine. So.
So, how is your day going? And perhaps what do you expect from today's meeting?
Okay. I would like to get more insight on what is it called, writing of the Chevening essays. I applied for the last cohort, but I wasn't selected for the scholarship, although I was given admission by the school. So I would also like to know if the admission the school granted me could still be used for this current yet to open Chevening applications.
That's really beautiful. I like that. Quite strategic. Thank you for joining in, Khadija. I'm sure you will to make the best out of today's session.
Okay.
Good evening.
Evening. How are you?
I'm good. My name is Godwin Michael Okoliku. I'm joining in from Kaduna State.
Godwin from Kaduna State. Godwin, where in Kaduna are you from? Or where in Kaduna?
Yes, I reside in the central part of Kaduna. That's they call it Narai.
Oh, Narai, my area as well. Don't worry. Calm down, reduce your voice. Don't let people know us.
I'm eating. I just came back from lecture, so I'm just so tired. So I'm eating.
It's beautiful. Nice to have you around, Godwin.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Good evening.
Good evening. Who am I with?
Idris Abdulakim.
Idris. Why do I find like you're going to be my role model? Okay, go ahead, Idris.
Actually calling from Jigawa State.
Okay.
I'm currently a corper now there, and I've been there since January. So I just got an information that this meeting is going to hold by a friend, so I decided to join.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much, Idris. Nice to really have you around. How is serving Nigeria going?
So we thank God. We thank God for that.
That makes sense. It's all right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right. Just looking around to see if I'll find anybody that I know and that will be able to do Dash Me Money, the Cubana style. Okay, and
Sorry, I have a question, please.
okay, go ahead, please.
So I want to know, for Chevening, is it you get the admission to the school first before you apply for Chevening, or you apply for Chevening and then the admission to the school follows?
So I have a feeling for Commonwealth is more or less like you apply for Commonwealth, but also your school has to recommend you. So I'm having same feeling that it might be, but this session will help expose that. So please just hang on to that question during the question and answer session. I think our speaker will be here to address it. I'm sure he will do justice to it. Hope that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
All right. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. So this is already 8:11. Making sure that yes, everybody is here, including our speaker. I hope there's not a challenge joining in all the way from UK. We have a DJ in the house. Somebody shouts, "Who?" All right, so please, if you're not saying anything, help me mute your mic. Thank you very much.
Yeah, hello guys. Can you give me like 2 minutes to settle in? I will be with you shortly.
All right, thank you so much. Finally, to hear your voice. How's your day going? So I think that's our speaker, and we should be ready to start anytime soon. So please. Any other person who hasn't introduced themselves right before we jump straight in, once our speaker settles in?
Hello, good evening.
Evening.
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel and I'm joining in from Lagos State, Nigeria.
Emmanuel, is your name Emmanuel Uzim or is it a different Emmanuel?
It's a different Emmanuel.
All right, thank you so much, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, are you presently in school or you're done?
No, I'm in school, University of Nigeria, Osaka.
Oh, UNN. Nice to have you around, Emmanuel.
Thank you.
Yeah. So my plan is that we're going to start by 8:15 officially. So I have 3 minutes freebies for anyone to go ahead and introduce themselves as well.
Okay.
So
hello,
please.
good
Evening.
Good evening. Yeah, I am Mohamed Jallo from Freetown, Sierra Leone.
Wow, Sierra Leone.
Yes. Sierra Leone, yeah.
So we now have an international community.
Yeah, exactly.
Good evening. Yeah. Thank you so much. How is it going?
Good evening.
Evening, yes.
Yeah, I go by the name Hamid Habib.
Okay. Habib.
Yeah. I'm listening to this and I'm watching you guys all the way from Kaduna.
Kaduna, finally.
Yeah.
My brother. Nice to have you around, Habib. I guess we'll get
thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah.
So I have 2 minutes more. Who else wants to take the floor?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Who is this? And
this is Nwalugochukwu Anthony, all the way from Nigeria, Borno State.
That's beautiful. So, Wally, how is your day going? Let me start with that.
Very fine, sir. It's evening over here already.
It's evening. No, we're not in the UK yet, but we'll soon be. We will definitely be.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Wally. Okay. 1 moment to go.
Hello, good evening.
Evening.
Hi, my name is Maureen. I'm joining from Enugu.
Did I get you right, Maureen?
Yes, Maureen. I'm joining from Enugu.
Enugu. Maureen, how is Enugu at the moment?
It just rained, so everywhere is really cool.
Interesting. That makes sense. All right, Maureen, thank you for this. You're our last speaker for the moment. Does somebody want to say something? Let me be luxurious enough. Who wants to say something last? All right, so I think I will just stop right here. So thank you to everyone who was able to say something. You all are welcome to Scholarship Hack 5.0, and my name is Emmanuel Uzin. So in essence, this is going to be an interesting session. I'm not going to be doing this alone. I have with me someone special, so it's not going to be just my voice you'll be hearing. I have with Debbie. So Debbie, can you come in and just say hello to everyone?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Deborah Popola. So I'll be representing I Discover Opportunities and co-hosting with Emmanuel. Yeah.
Thank you, Deborah. All right, so right away, we are going to be doing this together. And Scholarship Hub 5.0 is a joint venture both with Flourish Opportunities Network and I Discover. So that's the reason why we're having this. The main essence is to create an exposure where everyone who would like to be able to have a graduate opportunity internationally can be able to have access to the right information that will help with this. So before I continue, if you're watching this in YouTube, feel free to use the subscribe button and also follow us for more information and details on other scholarship. So in essence, last time we had Scholarship 4.0, we had the opportunity of having Ugu join us. And it was quite a sterling opportunity. We got to learn about the Orange Scholarship in Netherlands. And now today we are bringing you all the way from England, the Chevening Scholarship. So I'll be welcoming one of us who is going to just talk about what Scholarship Hack entails and what it stands to offer. So please welcome Osita together with me as he just talks briefly about Scholarship Hack 5.0. So Osita, the floor is yours.
Hi everyone. I think the lighting in the room is a bit too bright.
Are you in heaven?
I wish.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Good evening. I hope you can hear me. My name is Osita James Uche, and I am the CEO of Flourish Opportunities Network. And Uzim is our programs lead. Blessing is also one of the leaders of Flourish Opportunities Network. So at Flourish Opportunities Network, what we're trying to do is to create a platform that helps young Africans everywhere in the world to access opportunities like scholarships, internships, and jobs. So our goal is to try to create more access to all these opportunities that can help Africans to transform their lives, because we believe that the more opportunities people have, the more that they are likely going to be able to make a lot of meaning out of their lives. There's some research that shows that the more degrees a person has in Africa, that you can increase your earning capacity by 12%. So that's just how powerful quality education is in today's modern dispensation. So Flourish Opportunities Network has been around for like 3 years, and we're really, really excited to have you all on board. Thank you, Emmanuel.
All right, thank you so much. So right away, I think, so Debbie, can you do us the favor of talking about today?
Okay, good evening, everyone. Once again, good evening. I guess all of us, we all know what we're here for, and we all know what Chevening Scholarship is about. But for those who don't know, let me just give you a brief overview of what Chevening is. So Chevening is a UK government fellowship and scholarship that enables future leaders to study in the UK while joining the global community of professionals who are creating positive change around the world. We have here with us a Chevening scholar, that's Mr. Stephen Ugo, a Chevening and a Mansion House scholar, all the way from UK. So a brief profile of our scholar. Mr. Stephen Ugo is a business development strategist and innovation consultant. He's also a Chevening and Mansion House scholar, studying for a master's degree in entrepreneurship and innovation at the University of Sussex. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that well.
Yeah, you're
University
right.
of Sussex, UK. So we're glad to have you here, Mr. Stephen Ugo. Thank you very much for being with us, and we hope to learn a lot from you tonight. So I'll be opening the floor for him to start the first section of today's scholarship hack. So Mr. Stephen Ugo, the floor is all yours, sir.
Thank you very much, Blessing. It's my pleasure to be with you guys today. Please, can you hear me? If you guys are hearing me, please can you let me know?
Yes, we can. So,
all right,
Steven,
cool.
can you
I will
hear me?
try to turn on my, yeah, I can hear you.
All
I'll
right,
try
okay,
to turn off my video as well. And yeah, hope that works.
Yeah, so
all right, can you guys see me?
Yeah, before you continue, can you hear me, Steven? So before you continue, just a brief outline of what today's agenda is going to be like so that we can have everybody on board. So Stephen is going to be taking this session. It's going to be broken into two parts. So it's going to be in two halves. He will discuss explicitly what the Chevening Scholarship is all about and all that you need to know with regards to your application. Well, for the first half, he will speak and we'll welcome questions. Questions can come in either in the chat box or you can just write them down, and we'll welcome it after his first session, which is 30 minutes from now. Then we'll have the second presentation where he continues, and we have another second batch of questions. So feel free to have your questions pen down and try to indicate when you want to join us, ask your questions. So thank you very much. Stephen, I apologize. Please go ahead. Thank you so much, sir.
It's all right, no problem. So thank you very much. My name is Chevening Ugo, like it has earlier been stated. I'm currently studying for my master's degree in entrepreneurship and innovation at the University of Sussex in Brighton, England, here in the UK. Sorry, you guys, I'm supposed to be taking this session right in my home, but it happened that where I'm having my internship currently, my boss extended some of my time, so there's a task I'm supposed to take care of, and that's why I'm still at the office right now. But that notwithstanding, the first agenda item on the list I'm supposed to talk about is the overview of Chevening and why you should apply for Chevening. So a brief overview of Chevening, for those of you who don't know, Chevening is a fully funded scholarship, which is sponsored by the United Kingdom government through the FCDO. FCDO is the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office here in the UK. So it's a fully funded scholarship and it's called Chevening. And it's fully sponsored by the United Kingdom government. Why should one apply for Chevening? First of all, if you are interested in getting a fully funded scholarship, then Chevening is for you. But one of the main things why you should apply for Chevening, or why I applied for Chevening, is what I call liberty. Chevening is probably the only, or should I say, one among the few scholarships in the whole world that gives you what I call liberty. And what I call liberty is this: some of the other scholarships you have, they restrict you in terms of schools, in terms of some courses. Some tell you that they only sponsor courses that are related to agriculture. Some say it's courses that is in ICT and thereabout. But Chevening gives you that liberty to choose whichever course you want, whichever university you want, you know. But the only thing restricted in Chevening is that it has to be a UK university, which is fair to me, okay? So this is one reason why I think you should apply for Chevening. Number one is the liberty. Number two is the networking opportunity. From my research, I think Chevening is probably the only scholarship that has the largest network of scholars. Currently, Chevening has close to 60,000 scholars, and it has been in existence for the past 38 years or thereabout, 38 to 39 years thereabout. And this goes a long way to show you the credibility and the structure that Chevening has put in place. So for it to exist in the past years and still stand, it means that the structures they have put in place have proven over time to work. So number one is the liberty. Number two is the network that it provides. And of course, United Kingdom, it's, in my opinion, the best place for you to study in the whole world currently. And I have my reasons. Number one is the multicultural integration that you have in the United Kingdom. And I give you, for example, in my class, we are 19 in my class, and the 19 of us, everybody comes from different countries. So we have 19 people and we have 19 different countries. Although we have only 2 Africans in my class, myself, which is Nigerian, and the other person from Zambia, but it gave me the platform to interact with 17 other people from different countries in the whole world. Okay, so it's a platform that provides you that opportunity to have that more multicultural integration. So it has a large network, it has the liberty, it has been there over years and over time, and it has proven to be to showcase the talent that young people have over time. So all this put together, it's one of the reasons why, it's part of the reasons why I ask you, I urge you to apply for Chevening. And I mean, it's a fully funded scholarship, and not only is all your tuition paid for, but also you get some stipends every month. You have a monthly stipend that comes along with it. So it's a system that has been put in place to help you take care of your bills while you are studying. So for example, if you are the working class person and you resign from your work and you're having the thought of, oh, how do I, foot my bills while in the UK, Chevening has already put systems in place that will take care of that bills. So it's a fully funded scholarship. It has monthly stipends. It gives you that liberty to choose the course you want, the university you want. The only restriction it has is that it has to be a UK university, like I mentioned earlier. But it will be important, it will be good that I mention at this point that although you have the liberty to choose whichever course you want, but it's also important that you tie whichever course you want to study in here in the UK to whatever it is that the UK government is doing in your home country. So, and you can only get to know about that only when you research. So you have to find out what it is that the UK government is doing in your country, and see how you can tie that to a particular course that will help you to achieve your aims in meeting those goals that the United Kingdom is doing in your country. Now, I know that there's going to be the question and answer session, and I would leave whatever it is that you don't understand for you to ask me during the question and answer session so that I can move a little bit fast. The second thing I am to talk about is discuss your personal experience and the tips that helped you pull through. All right, to discuss about my personal experience and some of the tips that helped me to pass through. At this point, I would like to use myself as example to encourage those of you that must have applied once or twice or thrice and got a rejection mail. Personally, I applied 4 good times. So I think if there is anybody that should serve as a motivation for you, I am in the right position, because I applied the first time, I was rejected. I applied the second time, I was rejected. I applied the third time, I was rejected. And now one of the common questions I get is, why do you keep applying? What kept you going all this while? And the answer is simple: the spirit of the Chevening. I know there are several other scholarships, but there is this thing about Chevening network. And one of it is the network they have created already, which is one, and some of the prominent people within that network community that have passed through Chevening. So I see them as people that have set the pace for me. And some of them, because their objectives align with some of my career goals, and I just feel that I have to belong to that network. And that is one of the motivations that kept me going after the first, the second, and the third, and the fourth. And at the fourth attempt, I got it. And if I should share tips with you guys, part of the things that helped me is this. I'm trying to be as fast as I can because of time. I have to get back to other things. And as well, I know you're going to have some questions for me that I will be willing to answer. So one of the things that stood out for me at the fourth attempt is this. The first, second, and the third attempt, I was working alone. And that probably because I felt like I'm a smart student, I'm intelligent, no pride, please. But I know I'm intelligent and I'm smart, but I felt I can do it all alone. But I came to realize Chevening, applying for Chevening taught me that for you to get Chevening, you can't get it working alone. You have to connect with people, you have to connect with past scholars, you have to connect with current scholars. They help you to refine your essays. They help you to prepare mock interviews and stuff like that. So it is part of the reason why I also personally, after I got the Chevening, I created a WhatsApp group called My Chevening Dream. And through that WhatsApp group, which later moved to Telegram group, I have been mentoring and guiding young applicants and aspirants for Chevening Scholarship to prepare them. And I'm very excited and happy that some of the people that have benefited from that WhatsApp group have currently been selected and they can't keep calm currently. You know, that's the slogan for Chevening, I can't keep calm. Okay, so number one thing I said is I was working alone in the first attempt, I was working alone in the second attempt, I was working alone in the third attempt, and all because I thought I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I can do it all on my own. But on the fourth attempt, I decided to link up with some scholars, I decided to link up with people, and they helped to refine my essays, they helped to guide me, put me through, and that kind of helped me to go forward. That's one. And then two, I didn't really do a lot or enough research in the first, second, and third attempt. So in the fourth attempt, based on the guide I got from some of those scholars, I decided to go to do an in-depth research. I began to research about what it is that the UK government is doing in Nigeria and what is their interest in particular year. Please, it will interest you to know that every year, sometimes the interest of the United Kingdom in your country might change. So it's very important that you research in that current year that you're applying for the Chevening Scholarship to be sure what it is that the UK government is doing in your home country, so you can align your career plans with those activities that the United Kingdom is doing in your country. So that is one of the things I got to find out. And, you know, it helps me to write and refrain and refine my career plan essay. So number two is I researched, and number one is I linked up with scholars. Number two is I researched. And then number three, it's refine. You keep refining your essay, okay? You refine it. Don't rush to submit your essay. I think I submitted my essay, if I'm not mistaken, 24 hours before the deadline. I'm not advising you to do that, but if you want to do that, then fine, no problem. It's a risk I took, but I wouldn't advise you to do that because sometimes towards the deadline, the network gets a little bit clumsy and it's, you know, you can get drawn into problems trying to submit your essays, okay? But what I'm trying to say is don't rush to submit. Take your time, refine your essays, refine and refine and refine and refine, and be sure that this is the final version that you would like to submit finally. Okay, yeah, good. So these three things actually stood out for me in the fourth attempt that I did. Number one, like I said, link up with scholars. Number two, make that connection. You understand? If it means staying in the DM of any scholar you mean, begging and asking for any help you want, review my essay, please guide me in whatever it is, please do that. Number two, research. Make enough research, and not just research about Chevening alone, research about what the UK government is doing in your country, research about the schools you're applying, you know, research about what the scholarship stands for, what the UK stands for, the UK culture and all of that. And then number three, just try as much as you can to refine your essays, fine tune them to the best of your ability. Number three is the third thing on the item is 3 stages of the application process and how to prepare pre, during, and post. Now, okay, so good. I think during one of the sessions I had with the people in my WhatsApp group, the Telegram group, this was what I discussed about what to do before the application, what to do during the application, and what to do post-application. But in your case right now, I don't know what stage you are in, but I will try to run through the three. So whichever stage you are in, just fix yourself into it. Now, before application starts, one of the first things you should start to do is, like I said earlier on, begin to research about what UK is doing in your home country. Number two, research about the schools you want to go for your master's. Number three, begin to draft your essays. Number four, begin to make connection with the current scholars. Most importantly, not just past scholars, but current scholars. Okay, so these four things are the basic things you should be doing before the application opens. But right now, as the case it is, during application process, begin to write your essay, begin to refine your essays, and it is expected that before the application starts, which is pre-application, you have done the proper research, you have identified 3 basic universities that you would want to go for your master's. You know that the Chevening asks you to be the first, second, and third choice. So it is expedient that you research about those schools and place them in the hierarchy that you want, the first position, the second, and the third choice. Okay, so during the application, begin to write your essays and begin to refine them. And post-application, after you've submitted and the deadline has passed, one of the most important things you begin to do is begin to think of the English test. Now, this is tricky, and it's tricky because currently, because of the pandemic, the Chevening Scholarship has removed the requirement for the English test, which is a basic requirement before, in the past. However, even though Chevening has removed this English test requirement, note that some universities that you'll be applying to still have that as a basic requirement for you to gain admission to the university. Now, there is something called conditional offer and unconditional offer of university admission. And Chevening accepts an unconditional offer. So what an unconditional offer of a master's degree admission means is there is no condition attached to your admission whatsoever. Now, a conditional offer means that there is 1 or 2 or more conditions attached to your admission. It could be minimum deposit, it could be English requirement, it could be any other requirement. So what Chevening wants is an unconditional offer. And that brings me back to research about schools. So while you're researching about the schools you want to apply to, it is important and expedient that you research about schools that do not mostly require minimum deposit, although that's not a problem, because if that is the only requirement that is needed as a conditional offer, Chevening accepts that as an unconditional offer because basically they are the ones to pay your school fees. So it's an unconditional offer. But if the condition has to do with English test, has to do with other certificates or certifications, then it becomes an issue for you. So it's good that during your research, you identify those universities that will not give you issues when it comes to getting an unconditional offer. And this is because Chevening gives a deadline, which is July 16th. I can't remember whether it's July 16th or 6th for you to get an unconditional offer, at least from one of your 3 choices. Okay, so these are the things you should be doing post your submission of the application. All right, I see a question that just popped up while I'm talking. I will just answer that sharply. There is no basic age limit. In my cohort, we have a lady who is 62 years old. She's 62 years old. Is that not amazing? Okay, and there is also not, Chevening is not really strict about your class of degree. In my cohort, we have about 2 or 3 people, I think, that have taught class. Okay, so, but that notwithstanding, let me go back to what I'm saying. So you need to have at least 1 unconditional offer from your 3 choice of universities. So why I'm saying this is what you should be doing post-application. You don't have to wait until you're shortlisted for interview or not. No, immediately you submit your application, begin to process your admission applications already. You've identified the universities you want. Mind you, you wrote in your essay 3 basic universities that you want to apply to. Now, this is a very good advice. This is a very important point that you need to note. Although you wrote about 3 universities in your essay that you submitted, I would advise you apply to those 3 universities and apply to at least 3 or 4 other universities who are offering similar or the same courses that you talked about in your essay. And I have a reason. In the past, we have issues with scholars who got the Chevening finally, but we're not able to secure an unconditional offer from at least one of the 3 university choices they had in their essays. I mean, they wrote about in their essays. And because of that, they lost the Chevening scholarship. But you have a chance of being able to change 1 or 2 of your universities that you wrote about in your essay during your interview. And you can only do that if you have applied to other universities that are outside your essay after you submitted your application, and you're able to secure an unconditional offer from those universities. So during the interview, which is something I can guide you in my WhatsApp group if you join, or whichever WhatsApp group that this the organizers of this webinar did, I can guide you on that. But you have to defend the reason why you are changing 1 or 2 of your university's choices in your essay to these new ones, okay? This is something we can talk about later. All right, but I'm just saying that you should not just rely on applying to the only 3 universities you wrote in your essay. No, scatter your eggs in different baskets. Apply to other universities as well, but be sure that those courses you're applying to those other universities are either similar or directly the same with the course you applied for in your main essay. Okay, so I think I've done justice to what you should do pre scholarship application, during scholarship application, and post scholarship application. And the last thing I would like to talk about is life in the UK as an international student. All right, cool. I will briefly talk about this one, and it's important for me to mention that my cohort is an exceptional cohort, and it's simply because we came to the UK at the middle or the intense points of the COVID-19, the pandemic, okay? So majority of our activities were moved online. And because of that, we have little or no physical contact, either with students, fellow students, or with lecturers. And I, for one, I will use myself as an example. I love social integration. I love meeting people. I love making friends and all of that. And when I came after my isolation, it was very, very difficult. I found it very, very difficult because I had to sit in my room almost all the day, attending lectures online, Zoom. It became so frustrating at some point. So what did I do to get out of that? Number one thing I did is to start from my flat. Okay, so I noticed we were 4 in my flats, and I noticed that in a week, it happens that sometimes in a week, I get to see only one person in my flat, and that's when we meet in the kitchen, either to microwave our food or stuff like that. And I was like to myself, this is not cool. So I took it upon myself. I created a WhatsApp group. I brought the number of all the 4 members in my flat, and I added them to the WhatsApp group, and I brought in a suggestion. Can we have flat dinners every Friday of the week? You understand? And I suggested that I can group us into 2. Group A will cook this week and, cook your local dishes from your country. And we have a flat dinner together like on Friday. Next Friday, the second group do that. And funny enough, everybody obliged. They were excited about it. And then I grouped us into 2. And of course, as a Niger guy that I am, I prepared jollof rice for us. The first day, I told my group member is an Indian guy. So I told him this week, let's do jollof rice. Next time that it is, we can do something Indian. And he accepted. So the first Friday I did jollof rice for us and everybody enjoyed it. And we enjoyed, that was the first time they were eating a meal from Nigeria. And the next time that is our group turn, we did chicken curry, which is an Indian dish. And then we enjoyed it. And that's the first time I'm also having an Indian dish. Do you understand? But that made us to have an opportunity to interact with one another, get to ask each other, how was your day? How was your week? How is your course going? And stuff like that. And this is what we have been doing over time up to today. Do you understand? Just yesterday, we had our flat dinner, of course. Okay. This is what I brought in as an international student, number one. And number two, as an international student, definitely, one thing you should know is that UK universities are full of international students. In my opinion, if I'm not mistaken, there's no statistic back into this. So that's why I'm giving you this disclaimer. I feel it might be a 60 or 50-50. international students are 50, indigenous students are 50. So it gives you that platform for you to interact with people from different cultures, different backgrounds, and make friends. But most importantly, one of the things that helped me to stand out, especially when I was researching about universities, one of the reasons why I selected University of Sussex, number one is that it's number one in the world in terms of development studies. Number two, it's among the number 10 in the UK when it comes to sustainable economy and entrepreneurship studies. And then number three is University of Sussex has the highest number of Nigerian students. So it has a largest number of Nigerian network. And of course, there are times that you will feel homesick, and which I felt at some point. So that Nigerian network was what I fell back to. So there's something that you should fall back to when you feel homesick and stuff like that. Okay, so I had to link up with the Nigerian community that we had when I came here in Success, and that kind of helped me when I feel down, when I feel low. There are people I can reach out to that understands how I feel because they came from where I came. Do you understand? So these are some of the things also as an international student you should take into account. Don't go to a university that you will be the only Nigerian there. Do you understand? I'm not saying it's not right, but I'm just saying from experience that as an international student, you want to have that sense of community. You want to have that sense of belonging. There are several other universities that have good number of Nigerian students, but for me, I think from my research, University of Sussex stood out, and that was one of the reasons why I accepted them. Also, as an international student, don't block yourself from other opportunities. It's the reason why you are here in the UK. Make that network, make that connection, make that friends, make that visit, create opportunities that will make you to meet people. And because that is the only link, or that is the only platform that you would have that will help you to create a long-lasting relationship with people from different cultures. Right now, I have met friends from numerous countries that I can't mention. But one thing I am very excited and happy about is those friends that Chevening has helped me to acquire, not just the ones that I strive to have by myself, but the ones also that Chevening has brought me, because Chevening covers almost 54 to 56. What am I saying? More than 50 something countries. So you have people from different backgrounds and different countries, and Chevening helps you to integrate you into that culture. So life as an international student in the UK, it's quite exciting. One thing you should note is the UK culture, which is, I think it's one of the things you will get to be asked about in your interview. Okay, so UK has a very unique culture, unique cultural value. And I'll share one with you, which I will use to round up. This is one thing I experienced personally, because I didn't come when at the start of my course. I came about 2 or 3 weeks after my course has started. And one thing that I found very amazing was coming from an African background, where I know that, for example, professors wants to be addressed as professors. In my school, I studied in Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. So during one of my classes, there is a professor taking one of the modules, and his name is Professor Dennis. And once I wanted to address him, and I was like, Professor Dennis, and he said, no, Stephen, call me Dennis. And I found it very, very strange why I should be calling a professor by his first name, Dennis. Do you understand? And that's simply because of the kind of mentality I had from the African university. But the professor made me to understand that title does not count, does not really matter here. It took me like a week or two to adjust and start calling him Dennis, and not just him, but other lecturers as well. I'm just trying to tell you some of the cultural shocks. Do you understand? And the second thing I got to understand is sometimes there is no wrong or right answers to certain questions and certain topics. So during discussion in class, you speak up, you point out your opinion, you point out your mind, and nobody will be there to say, oh, you said this and you said that. No, every point is valid. And that is, for me, key. because it helps to broaden my horizon. It helps me to develop my mindset, my thinking faculty the more, you understand. So life in the UK, it's a bit different from life in Nigeria. I'm speaking from my background as a Nigerian, but most importantly, just know that you are an international student here and you are here for a reason. Integrate properly and make good number of friends and connections as much as you can. I've taken much time that I am supposed to take, and right now I would like to take you back to the moderator. And if you have any question and answer, please, I would give like 15 minutes for question and answers. But however, I would ask the moderators to please share my contact with you, or better still, share my WhatsApp group, Telegram group links with you. So if you have any personal question, you can join the group and drop those questions there, because I have a limited time where I am right now. And yeah, so if you have any questions, please throw them at me. Moderator, over to you. Thank you very much. And I hope I've done justice to the items you gave me.
Thank you very much, sir. I think you've done way more than justice to everything. And based on the time, I don't think 15 minutes will be able to exhaust all the questions we have, but I'll just ask the one on the chat box some of the questions right now. So someone said, what are the conditions that one applying for Chevening Scholarship would encounter? I don't think I understand that question. What are the conditions, or what are the problems? I think maybe it's problems or challenges the person wants to say. What are the challenges one applying for Chevening Scholarship would encounter from universities?
So okay, if I understand the question, if I understand the question, one of the challenges you might encounter with the universities is, for example, if the university turned down your applications, that's a very huge challenge for you. For example, it is a different case if they say, okay, we're offering you an conditional offer and this is the condition. That's a different case. But if they completely say we are not giving you any offer, then that's a problem, especially when you are uncertain about the two other choices. So that is one problem I think you can face during the application or during your pursuit for the Chevening Scholarship. Aside that, I don't think there is any strong or peculiar. Okay, another challenge you might face is the English test, like I said. But in your case, it's not really a strong problem because Chevening for this cohort has made English test not compulsory. However, remember I said it might be compulsory for some of the universities you are applying to, so you have to check with those universities. So these are typically the two basic problems you might encounter. The third one, I don't think is a problem, is when the university say there is a minimum deposit that you must have before they give you an unconditional offer. And remember, I said Chevening considers that kind of offer as an unconditional offer, being the fact that they will be the ones to sponsor your studies. So it's not a problem. They will ask you to screenshot your congratulations, you've been chosen for Chevening, and send it to the school. Of course, the schools in the UK knows Chevening Scholarship. Once they see something like that, they will waive off the minimum deposit for you, and then you have your unconditional offer. Yeah. So next question.
Another question: what are basic qualifications that one needs to have to submit? Basic qualification that one needs to submit. Okay, yes, basic qualification that one needs to submit
for your application.
Yes.
All right. The first and most important thing that you need for the Chevening Scholarship is your essay, the 4-question essay, the 504-question, 2,000 words essay. That is the first and most important. The second is your first degree. And now remember, I said Chevening is not very strict about your class of degree. In my cohort, we have 3 people, either 2 or 3, I can't remember, that are third class certificate holders. Okay, so they are not very strict about the class of degree. However, even though you have third class, you must be able to at least secure an unconditional offer from a UK university. So even if Chevening accepts you with a third class, but with your third class you're not able to secure an admission in the UK university, then that becomes a problem. Okay, so I have to clarify those two. It's not from Chevening, it's from the university. Now, okay, so you have to have at least your first degree. Your essay, I've mentioned that English test is no longer a problem. You have to have at least a recognized passport. It can be an international passport, your national ID card, your permanent voter's card, for example, for Nigerians. I understand some of you joining are not just Nigerians, so I'm using Nigerian because I'm a Nigerian. Okay, so you must have a valid passport, at least. It could be international or any local valid driver's license or whatever it is. So these are the three basic things that you need to apply for Chevening. Every other thing will come after you get selected, but these are the basic things that you need to apply. Another most important thing is the 2 years work experience, minimum of 2 years work experience. There's a calculation. If you check the Chevening website, I can't really remember. I think it's 1,800 hours of work. I can't remember, but check. It should be on the website. 2,400.
2,400 hours.
Good, thank you, 2,400. So it's a minimum of 2 years experience. That one, Chevening is very strict about it. And another important thing is your references. Please choose people who you know that can give good information about you. Choose your reference wisely. Very, very important. Yeah, very, very important. This is part of the thing that helped me during my time. One of my professors in my undergrad studies is one of the people that wrote my references, and he has been the one writing my references the first time, the second time, the third time, and the fourth time. Okay, so choose people who will be able to write about you very, very well. So these four things: your references, your AC, your ID card, and for 2 years work experience. This is very, very important. You can't take that away. Okay, good.
Okay, so please, Idris Abdul Akim, please ask your question.
Okay, my question is
yeah, please, can you speak up? I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear
yes,
you now.
we
Yeah.
can.
My question, I think, has been answered. It's similar to that asked. So I think it's about getting an admission last year, and can I use it again this year? Because I got some admissions last year.
Yeah, if you get admission last year, and provided you ask the school to defer the admission to next year for you, and they did that, then fine, you can use it. Provided it's unconditional and your school have deferred it to next year, then fine, you can use it. Yeah, it's not a problem. Yeah,
okay,
next question.
Med J, please ask your question.
Yes, hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Med.
Yes, Stephen, thank you very much. My question is, you said you applied 4 times. Being that I went through their website, they said they can't respond to each and every mail because of the number of applicants. I want to know the essays you are using. Are they the same essays they rejected, or since they didn't tell you why they turned you down? Are you applying the same essays or you changed them? Or I can't get you.
Sorry, Stephen,
we can't hear you.
You're muted, Stephen.
Why?
Okay, sorry. Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I was saying, normally, because of the large number of applications they receive every year, they are unable to give you individual feedbacks. However, I mentioned one of the things I was doing before that I felt I was doing wrong in the first and second and third attempt, which was I was working alone. Do you remember? Good. So I was working alone because I felt I was smart, I was intelligent, I can do it all by myself, but I discovered you can't do it all alone by yourself for Chevening. So to answer your question, yes, I used similar things that I used in the first and second and third essay, but I went all the way to modify a whole lot of things, okay? So right now, when I look at the essay I wrote in the first attempt, myself, I laugh at the essay. Like, I'm very sure that if I'm the one to review and the essay, I wouldn't select that person, okay? And that is because of years of transformation and reformation that has happened in my life, okay? So right now, at least I know what it is that is needed of me to write and how to write it. That is the most important thing. That is what connecting with people, connecting with scholars helped me to do. It's not like I don't have the right information. No, I have the right information. I have the right experience. I have the qualification, but I was not putting it in the context that it needed to be put. And that was what the scholars helped me to do. Do you understand? So part of the essays that I used before, it's some of the things I used, but I refined them to make better sense of them. If that's, will help you to understand what I'm saying. Okay, did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
And if you don't understand better, we can have other sessions later on. Okay, so good. Let me have one more question before I leave.
Okay, I don't know, Abib Amid, can you ask your question? I was thinking everyone can just drop their question in the chat box, then we just ask all at once. I think we have about 3 people still raising their hands.
Good evening, Stephen. Yeah, good evening. Before you ask your question, Habib, I saw a question. Are we necessarily mandated to write 500 words? No, 500 is the maximum, minimum is 50. So in between you can write. Okay, so if 400 is the word you can write, fine. But I will personally advise you that you exhaust your 500. Yep, I will advise you that. Because it goes a long way to tell them that you have enough to write about. Yeah, so, but that's not a yardstick. It's my opinion, personal opinion. Yeah, Habib, ask your question.
Sorry, sir, sorry. Before Abib ask the question, Abib,
yeah.
Sorry. Please, the rest of you raising your hands, can you just drop your question in the chat box? Our speaker is about to go, please.
Okay. And for that purpose, I think David's hand has been up. So please, Stephen, can you permit just one more question from David?
Okay, David.
Please. All right, David, go on. Yeah.
Right, thank you.
So thank you. Although I've typed my question on the chat, so let me just ask.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit confused on something. I have not started doing application for any school or scholarship currently. So I want to know, is it application to the school first before you go to Chevening, or you go to Chevening then Chevening now goes to the school?
No. Chevening has nothing to do with the school you are applying to. It's solemnly your responsibility. Nope. So whichever one you want, applying to Chevening and applying to the university at the same time, or applying to the university before applying to Chevening, or applying to Chevening before applying to the university, anyone, it's fine. But if you ask for my personal advice, I would tell you, remember I talked about what you should do before application, during application, and after application. So before application, you should be researching about universities that you want to apply to. And some of the things you should be looking out for when you are researching about the schools is those schools that do not require English test. I'm not saying it's mandatory. No, if you want a particular school and it requires the English test and you are willing to write the English test, then fine, go for it. But someone like me, I don't want to go through the stress of writing the English test, especially when Chevening has removed it for me and knowing that it's expensive. So I rather go for schools that do not compulsorily need the English test. Okay, some schools in the UK accept your WAEC, accept a C in your English in WAEC as cover for your English. So when I was researching, those were the things I was looking for. I was also looking out for schools that don't have other strict requirements. Like I said earlier on, minimum deposit is a requirement, but it's something that Chevening considers as unconditional, okay? So whichever one you want, either before, during, or after, it's fine to apply to schools. But personally, I would advise you, start researching before applying. While you are applying for the scholarship, you can still apply to the universities or even do it before applying to the university. I mean, the scholarship, okay? So cool. Yeah,
All
next
right,
question.
Thank you very much. I'll leave it to Emmanuel to continue, please.
All right, cool. One more question.
Habib, your question, and we're done. Habib, go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you for having me as the last person. I guess I'm the last.
Yeah, sure, Habib.
Still, you are doing the Lord's work there. I would like to ask about what was the career prospects like for the probably when you're done with the masters and everything. Can they allow you to settle down? How is it like after the?
Thank you. One of the requirements of Chevening Scholarship is that after your master's degree, you return back to your university for at least, to your home country for at least 2 years. So it's non-negotiable, non-negotiable. After your master's, you must go back to your home country, and they can track you for that because they are the ones to set up your flight back home. And one of the ways for them to know that you've gone back home is that you use the flight ticket they have set up for you, okay? So it's compulsory that you go back to your home country for at least 2 years before you think of coming back to the UK for either for PhD, for job, or for whatsoever. So yeah, career plan. Usually in your career plan essay, you list and write about the stuff you want to do after after your master's, especially with the master's degree, the knowledge, the network you build and stuff like that. So they expect you to go back to your home country and begin to develop your country with the knowledge you have acquired in your home country. Okay, so does that answer your question? If you're expecting to stay back in the UK after your master's as a Chevening scholar, is a no, no, no. You must go back to your home country for at least 2 years. Yeah. So does have that answered your question?
Yeah, I think Habib, has that answered your question? Let me speak for Habib. Yes.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, you've done justice.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So,
so blessing other coordinators of the program, please, if you can share the WhatsApp link or the Telegram link with your participants and what have you. If you have any other pressing questions, Blessing has my contact. She can reach out to me, and I think other other moderators of the program also has my contact. You can always reach out to me. And please, if you drop a message, I don't answer immediately. Please don't be angry. I will definitely respond to every inbox because currently I'm working on my project and I'm doing an internship, so it's kind of strong on me, but definitely I will respond to all your questions. Please, if you have extra questions that I've not responded to, forward them to the moderators. They will forward it to me, and of course I will answer them for you guys. And yeah, thank you very much for having me, and I hope that this session has been very resourceful to you guys. It's nice to meet you guys, and I'm happy for you guys having me today. Yeah.
All right, Stephen, thank you so much. Great.
Yeah.
So I think from everyone's feedback from the session, it looks like you've done big justice to it. Thank you for squeezing out time. It's a pleasure. So like you said, we do want to share your contacts with everyone. And yes, the session is actually recorded, so you can follow up on YouTube as well for more on this. So thank you, Stephen. I think we have to let you go so that we don't hold.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. All right, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, this officially brings us halfway close to the end of the program. So if you're here with me, I'll be taking the session from here. So what scholarship do you want to talk about? I don't have any scholarship in essence. So yes, thank God to Stephen, and I think Stephen has done justice to this session with regards to Chevening. I believe we've all been able to pick up tidbits of information that will help with regards to our application. For those of you who are starting today or probably are starting this year to apply for Chevening, I think this is like a good pedestal for you to start properly and so that I can end well. Please remember the key nuggets he made mention of. First and foremost, try to see how you can build your network around scholars who got the offer before now. At the same time, start drafting your essay and know that your first essay might not be the best. So do well to try to refine your essays and share with mentors as well. While you also do that, think about the university you want to go to. That is very, very sacrosanct. Reason because you don't want to be in a university that does not welcome diversity. At the same time, you need to be in a university that actually encourages people, and the work environment also is very much interesting. So please try to see that the university you're also working with does what you want to do. It's not like you want to do something regarding sustainability and you go and you're doing another thing regarding to wife and children. So please find out universities and what is it their research theme or project that they're working on and how best it suits you. And lastly, do well to apply for Chevening. Make sure you read about Chevening, understand what is it that the UK government is doing in your home country. This is very important because it helps you tie into whatever projects they are working on and how much you can be able to contribute even as a student of the Chevening program. So looking at all this, you can connect the dots and see that yes, there is a future for you if you do the right thing and at the right time. So I will just probably say one or two things about what Scholarship Hack is all about, and as well, so I'll just share my screen and probably just quick roundup, and we'll just talk about how to join, how you can be able to benefit from this program, and even the other ones that to come from, and even from iDiscover as well. So can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much. So quickly about Flourish Opportunities Network. Flourish Opportunities Network is a platform that offers a comprehensive scholarship opportunity, database, and resources. So if you need access to essays or probably fully funded scholarship, mentorship, and the likes, Flourish Opportunity has this pre-deposited right there for you at the tips of our fingers, ready to unleash it to you. We've had the likes of people who have gotten 3 PhD scholarships, just one person having 3 PhD. I know one that is
It was four fully funded PhD
Thank
offers.
you. Don't mind me, Kenny. Kenny actually applied to universities in the US and he was able to get 4 PhD offers.
He also got Chevening, by the way.
Interesting. And now he's leaving tomorrow to the US. We also have people who have won MasterCard, won the Erasmus, won even Orange Network. And so it just shows you the vast opportunities that you can be able to get with regards to finding a good opportunity outside. So please feel free to reach out. Also, this session is being recorded on YouTube, so do well to also follow up and see other sessions we've had and try to reach us as well. The WhatsApp group has also been shared for you to join and get access to whatever resources we have at the same time. So for iDiscover, yes, I think Debbie will do justice to that. So Debbie.
So you can continue. Okay, so can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so iDiscover Opportunities is a digital platform, a product of iDiscover Academy. So what we basically do is we share opportunities. So it's not limited to scholarship now. We share opportunities on entrepreneurship, job opportunities, scholarship opportunities. So I dropped the link to our WhatsApp group and our Telegram group on the chat box. So if you want to get more opportunity link, you can just click any of the link, either the Telegram group link or the WhatsApp group link. So the founder of iDiscover Opportunity is supposed to be here with us, but is unable to because his wife just gave birth to a bouncing baby boy and baby girl. So he should have been here, but he's not here, unfortunately. And so you can just click the link. My name is Deborah Okola, and I'm the administrative manager of iDiscover Opportunities. Thank you.
All right. So
it's good to meet you, Osita. I guess that's Osita, and that's Emmanuel. Blessing. I think there's a blessing. I can't see blessing here anyway. But it's good to meet you all and everyone that joined us for this program. Thank you.
All right.
Sorry, Debbie, I'm here. I'm just hiding behind the screen.
Oh, okay.
We should be careful now. You've forgotten I have guest of honor here. So back to what we're saying. So this is just all we have. I look forward to having each and every one of you make the best out of your dreams and opportunities that you want. The main idea is to see that we all make it to the top. So please don't give up. Apply that zest, apply that zeal, put in grit, put in effort, and also try to make sure that you have the best of everything you want in life. I see us all someday coming down here to come and share your own stories and share with other people, mentor people about how to get these opportunities at the best they can do that. So from me to you and from everyone from Scholarship Hack 5.0, I say a wonderful evening to you. Please feel free to reach out, send your questions. At the same time, also try to reach out to the mentor, try to follow up on Steven if you have questions as well. And like I said, my name is Emmanuel Uzim, and I can't wait to see you in Scholarship Hack 6.0. So have a lovely evening.
Hello, bye-bye, everybody, bye-bye. Nice meeting you all. Thank you, bye.
Bye.